Hello there, you know what we're going to do? We get it almost every night. When that moon is big and bright, it's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the... And we're also going to play it in the moonlight. Hey! Wow, thanks a lot for joining me for this tutorial for that song by Toploader. Wow, you can loop it, play it forever. It's just these 5 chords and it sounds fantastic. And we're also going to have a look at how to play this little keys bit, which really sparks life into the song. Just play this and all your guests or your party friends, they'll be like, let's dance under the moonlight. I wanted to record this under the moonlight. However, it wasn't great, sort of picture-wise. Complicated. But I've got the party lights, I've got the hot tub, which is frozen over. And from Sweden here, let's have a look at the chords. By the way, the song sheet is in the description. And if you go and get that, that helps me do more of these. And then sort of warm my hands by a fire after this. we get it. So first we're going to have a look at the usual shapes of chords, but actually you can use the special ones from the tabs throughout the whole song. So you can choose which option you prefer. We get it almost every night. That's an FM7. I've written it with 4 dots, but you can have your index all across the ones. That is quite easy. Almost every night. And if you don't want to do any sort of barred chords, I've got some simple chords you can use for this in the song sheet also, but we're going E flat version and B flat. When the E flat moon is, and then G minus 7, so you want to have your index on 2 strings and your middle finger here. Big and bright, and you know the CM7 all across here, but we're actually going to play it open, open, 6, 6. How about that? Open, open, 6, 6. And that's pretty cool because then your hand is in the middle. You can choose if you want to go back down or to the special shapes from the tabs, which we'll have a look at after. It's a supernatural delight. B flat. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. So what you want to look out for are these dots. But I don't have any, so it's really hard to play on this ukulele. But usually people have a dot on 5 here, sometimes on 3, on 5, and you want to look at the dot that I wish was here, and then place your fingers on 6, 6, one above that dot for that C minus 7. Everybody here is out of sight, B flat. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep it tight, B flat. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Now, as you've just noticed, because you missed the GM7, italic chords last 2 beats. And normal chords last 4 beats. Let's try and do that in that same verse and to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. See, 2 beats italic. Keep things loose, they keep it tight. 2. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Right, what shall we do now? You say the tabs. Yeah, but actually we haven't had a look at the rhythm. Rhythm first. Well, I've got a special page with all the rhythms here. Let's just take a loop where nothing arrives in advance, because the big deal in this song is that a lot of chords sometimes arrive in advance, and that's why it's so popular. That's what it gives it its super groove. That and the riff on the piano and the cool octaved singing. Anyway, lots of elements. But basically, let's just play 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 1 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 1 and a 1 some chords are going to arrive in advance, and that's what the little dash is, meaning instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and here also we can go and on the GM7 and C minor 7. Let's try that with the B flat arriving early and just the CM7 also arriving early. So we're going to have down, down, up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, down, up, G minor 7. And so here you really need to go down and then move up to have that right. Once again, 3, 4. And up. So that's what happens with the dash. They arrive in advance. Now let's do something else where everything arrives in advance. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Yes, because you don't start on a 1. If even the first chord arrives in advance, you start on the and. So 1, 2, is that too hard? Is that too much? Okay, let's take this slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. 3, oh, and I messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Basically you change on the up before the beat. So boom is how it's supposed to go. Boom. You change on the pum, but you change on the boom. And you don't usually play on the pum. But this is the central element to this song. So if this is too hard, you can pause and practice it a bit. But let's do both versions. Everything straight, everything on the beat, and then everything one before the beat. Let's do that super slow, and that should help you out. Twice each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my ukuleles. Woo! Not liking the chords. Not ringing as much. That's everything on the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1 and 2. And now before and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So feel free to slow this a bit down and try to keep up with me. Twice both things. Now that's why in the song some chords have a dash, sort of the underscore after them, meaning they arrive before where the underlined beat is. That symbolizes the beat. So for example, I'll go back to the top. Let's get to the tabs soon though, because I'm not sure I'll be able to play them in a bit. We get it. Here the FM7 is already early. It's one of those. Basically in the song they change all the time. Some instruments arrive early, some don't. The drums are on the B, the keys are before, but not all the time. So I just made a version where sometimes it arrives before. I try to follow the song, but don't worry about it. You know, just enjoy the chill vibes of this song. And whatever you do, it will sound fantastic. Just don't play too loud. That's the thing. If you just yell it out, not so nice, not so chill vibes. Chill vibes, by the way, the name of the songbook where this song is. It's got lots of songs, as you can see here, and my favorite, well, I like Man on Fire, and I Got You. There you go. Those are nice. I got everything, but you don't have the song yet or the tabs. So let's keep going. We get it almost every night, and here on the beat. When that moon is big and bright, it's a supernatural delight. Everybody, there we go, dancing in the moonlight, dancing there. Big thing here that I should have mentioned before, maybe, but good job you for staying so long, so you get the important information, which is, don't worry about the strumming. It's more about the number of beats and the strumming will come. You just need to know, have the constant movement and know the amount of beats per chord, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and. But the exact arrows, nobody cares, really. It's all about the constant movement and staying in the groove. Everybody is satisfied. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep it tight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. It's official, I'm frozen. Right hand. Okay, you've been waiting for this moment. Let's have a look at it. Okay, index of the left hand on fret 8. Where's fret 8? Well, I'm glad you asked, because here you've got dot on 5, maybe you have one on 3, but dot on 5, 6, 7. Here you've got your second dot on 7, and index is all across, one above that. And then it's like a C major 7 shape. Basically, it's a 8, 8, 8, 10. And it should sound like this. You can play it at the same time. 8, 8, 8. And if you actually just play that, you've got the beginning of the riff. And then the next position, and that's the only hard thing here, the rest we've already played, is that we need a 7, 8, 6, 7. So it's a bit like an F7, if you know it, with a special shape. It's like an F sharp 7, but your middle finger on the 7s. So 7, 8, 6, 8. So I go middle, ring on 8, index on 6, little finger on 8. And that's it. These two chords are the song. And you'll be more in tune than me, which is nice for you. And then normal, the 3 that we've already had a look at. And you can use that in your strumming, or you can actually do the finger picking. Let's have a look at the beginning here. We've got ba do ba. Well, let me have it also. Here you've got 8, 8, 8. Everything beat, and then 7, 6, 8 without the index. Basically 3 strings, 3 fingers, not the index, and then 7. You keep the same chord all the time. Basically, it's just these two positions, and then the beat. Now, where we have these funny cymbals, that's actually where the beats are landing. So we can play 8, 8, 8, all beat, and early B flat 7, 6, 8, 6, 8, 8. Actually, in the document, I've got a special tab where all the beats are indicated with yellow sort of highlight thing. But let's just do this really slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually you can improvise a lot, but it's these 5 positions. First one, all across the 8s, your index, and here on 10, your ring finger. Then the F sharp 7 shape with your middle finger on 8, and then the 3 shapes that we had before, GM7 and C minor 6. So that's what you need. Let's do a bit of that without the actual riff, but just these chord shapes for the chorus. Dancing in the moonlight, everybody feeling warm natural side. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight, dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a natural side. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. As soon as you play the CM7, and that's the trick, you want to start singing already at that point. So it goes E flat, GM7. We like our fun, we never fight. You can dance and stay uptight, it's super. Okay, I think you got the idea. Don't hesitate to get the songbook if you want. Definitely the song sheet, that's in the description. And thanks to all the patrons who do go get these documents and make themselves happy and actually make this channel happy, because that way it can exist. Yeah, this wouldn't be happening if I'd have warmer hands, but I think it's better like this, better cold hands, and this exists than neither. So thanks a lot for making this possible, everybody, and enjoy this song and dancing under the moonlight. Spread the good vibes.